I want to make a video to share with you the type of camera gear I use whenever I'm live streaming or in general just fishing, whether I'm on the boat or I'm fishing from a bank or just in general fishing. This is what I use to record my content, or if I'm live streaming, what I have set up. And what I'll do, I'll make sure to drop a link in the description, so if you are interested, you can check it out for yourself. Also, if anyone else has any recommendation, I'm always looking for the next best setup when it comes to filming on the boat or getting the really cool angles. Again, I've gone through a number of different types of equipment, and this is what I found to be the ones that I've liked the most, and oftentimes am using whenever on the boat or fishing. First, let's start with the microphones. Oftentimes when I am live streaming, depending on the type of mount I have, either I'm using a mic or I'm not using a mic. For this video, I am wearing a mic. It's the Rode mic. This here has a receiver that connects to my, my camera, which is my iPhone, and I have the mic right here. Again, the audio is really great. I use this for a lot of videos it depends on what I might be doing. If I'm moving on the boat, this helps with keeping some of that wind noise down. And I also have another microphone, it's a Fifine. Again, that one I use if I'm trying to have myself and someone else mic'd up. Again, it's very convenient, especially if I'm trying to have multiple voices that I'm trying to pick up while also filming at the same time. And again, has a similar setup where you have the receiver that I can connect to my camera, which again, oftentimes is my phone that I'm filming with. Let's talk about cameras. So I have an iPhone 16 Pro. That is what I oftentimes am filming with, whether it's me shooting a vertical video or I'm shooting a long form video. Again, I'm recording this video with my iPhone using the forward facing camera. And I also use my iPhone to do my live streaming on YouTube and other platforms I might be on if I'm streaming. But I primarily stream on YouTube, and I use my iPhone. It has worked great. I know there are other cameras that you can use that have built-in streaming capabilities. Like I believe the 360 that I have has that functionality. I think I tried, but it's not easy to set up. So I just maybe need to go back, try it again, see if I can get it to work. But I primarily use my iPhone 16 Pro to stream most of my videos, as well as record a lot of my videos, unless I'm wearing, where's it at here? Unless I'm wearing my GoPro. This is a GoPro Hero 5. So it's not the latest and greatest. I think we're at 13 now. This is a 5. It shoots in 4K, does a fantastic job. And again, I get the super wide as well as the narrow, linear, depending on what I'm trying to shoot. This thing here does the job really well. I've never had any issues filming with my GoPro. I have a display LCD screen so I can see what I'm looking at. I also have a GoPro 4. Again, shoots 4K. I have a GoPro 3. I never use that one, but again, it is an option if I need multiple cameras I want to set up, again, give you those different angles. So here's another camera. It is Akaso. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This here is another action camera. I like this camera when it's not in the housing. When it's in a housing, to me, I feel like at least the audio is very distorted, so I don't like that about it. But when it's out of the housing, this is really good. I also use this to take pictures. Again, this is going to be 4K, similar to a GoPro, a little more cost effective. It'll still be able to do the job. Again, the only drawback to me, I feel like, is the housing that this goes in that affects the audio that you're using, that you're trying to capture with it. And then for my boat rides, I have, it's the Insta360 1X2. This is what I use for filming a lot of my boat rides. I will put this on the tripod, the Insta360 camera tripod mount, put it in the T-top fishing rod holder, and that's going to give you kind of like that drone feel with the camera shot. And I like this a lot. Again, this doesn't matter what angle I have. It's going to give you that 360 view, and then I can edit the video based on what I'm trying to show you on screen. So I like this camera a lot, particularly for boat rides. Again, sometimes I will mount it up the front. So again, just getting the bow point of view, as well as, facing the helm, me behind it. One of my favorite cameras, besides my GoPro that I use. And honestly, I probably should wear it. So again, I don't have to worry about where I'm facing, because I can't tell how many times, depending on how to have the, the GoPro angle, I think I'm looking at something, especially if I'm wearing it on my head and I don't get the video footage that I'm expecting. I can't tell how many times I'm looking down, or the camera's looking down even though I think I'm looking out, and so it messes up the video and I can't do anything with it. But this here, you can eliminate that completely with the Insta360, and I think they have it up to a 5 now. But again, this is the Insta360 1X2. Great camera, one of my favorites. And I always bring that with me, because if I'm on a boat and I'm going for a ride, I'm getting boat ride footage, period. And like I said, my other primary camera that I use is I think, as I said, my iPhone Pro 16. iPhone 16 Pro, excuse me. Let's talk batteries. So batteries, what I use. Batteries really don't matter. It just depends on a preference. Again, the type of connection you have. I have a lot of just portable batteries that are MagSafe, like this one here, that has a USB-C port on it that I can connect for charging or charging a device. Again, MagSafe, because I have a MagSafe case on my iPhone. I also like Yellowtech. Is it Yellowtech juice box? Now, I originally bought this here because my first boat had the traditional nav light port, and I had the Yellowtech power stick. So this here has like that GoPro mount that allows you to attach your GoPro to it, and also attach it to your camera mount if it's like a GoPro setup. And again, this will record for like 8 hours. It's USB, but I will bring this with me, just again, depending on how long I'm going to be on the water, if I'm just going to have the camera rolling the entire time, which is something you want to do, especially when you're fishing, because there's always going to be situations where you're not necessarily catching fish, but something may happen that you just happen to have that camera on to capture it. So this is what I also have as a battery. But again, nothing too fancy. I think I have another Anchor portable battery, getting MagSafe, and decent, charge with it. I never have any issues about anything dying, because I always have enough batteries with me. And then I also have my batteries that come with the cameras, several, backup batteries that I can replace. But either I'm directly having not my iPhone, but I might have my GoPro or the 360 connected to a portable battery that I then have in my pocket with the USB-C cable connected to it. So it's just continuously charged and not using the battery at all. So again, that's a preference thing. Sometimes I like having no wires or anything so I can move around and don't feel like I'm constrained, but that's a preference based on what you're trying to do and what you may be doing. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about camera mounts. I think this is probably the most important thing when it comes to your fishing recording setup. This is something that I struggle with a little in terms of just figuring out the right mount to use or wear. For the longest time, what I wore was my chesty mount, which again works great if you're just wearing just an action camera like a GoPro. And everyone hopefully are familiar with what a chesty mount is, but basically it's like as a strap that snaps, your camera goes right here, and it's going to give you that first person point of view right at your chest, depending on how you have adjusted, be higher or lower, right? I like that. It's what I did for a very long time with how I film, but as I started doing this more, I started realizing maybe I explore with the camera mount on the head, and that was great too. Again, sometimes it's a challenge if you're wearing a hat. You want to make sure it's angle right, so you might be recording your bill, or it might be up too high. So again, you might be missing the action that you're trying to have the camera be looking at. When it came to live streaming, again, I'm using my phone. When you're wearing it on a chesty mount, right, it works. But the problem I had is because the phone is so heavy, it was putting a little bit of like constraint or tension on the actual straps, making it like want to lean forward. And so my problem was the phone was always leaning forward, plus it was really close, so I couldn't see anything in terms of what was on the screen, if there was things said in the chat that I could respond to. What I ended up doing was I used a gooseneck, which I'll show you in a second, from the GoPro, and I had that attached to the mount itself. And again, that worked fine, but my workaround to keep the phone from leaning forward while I'm streaming, I just basically put like a belt around me and cinched it up and had it like so that it had held the chesty mount as firm as possibly to my chest so it wouldn't lean forward while recording or moving around. To fix that, I ended up getting this here, and this is by Newer. This is what I wear all the time now. Like I can't remember the last time I wore my chesty mount. This is what I wear. This comes with 2 attachments. This is a neck camera mount. I didn't say that already, but this here snaps, locks in place, and you can take this out, and it comes with a GoPro mount where like a magnet is magnetized too. So not only is it magnetized, it locks in place. And now I have my, trying to make sure I'm not hitting the microphone, but now I have my GoPro at a higher level than a chest mount would be, and I can adjust the neck collar so that it's comfortable. It doesn't move as much. If I'm leaning forward, yes, the camera's gonna come forward, but it's kind of counterweight, so it will hopefully like it's leaning in the direction that you're looking at, as opposed to just being like facing completely down. So I wear this all the time. I love this. This is what I wear with when I'm live streaming. Put this back on, and again, the only thing about when live streaming, if I'm trying to look at the screen, this is really close to the face, but because it has a MagSafe mount for your phone, I can easily pop it off and I can see what's going on, and I can put it back on and get back to fishing and moving around. So I like this a lot. This is what I primarily wear when whether I'm live streaming or if I'm just rocking the action camera. This is what I put on. It's easy to grab. I don't have to worry about fiddling around with straps or anything like that. I like this a lot. And unless there's something better, I don't think I'm gonna go back to anything else, because this is a compromise between wearing a head mount or a chesty mount. And I can easily take it on and off when I'm ready to like do something else, or I'm done recording. Like it's just easy to grab it and go. My only criticism I have, which I was just checking online earlier, was it doesn't have, I guess, it's called a cold shoot. I don't know, maybe I'm saying it correctly, but basically I like to be able to have a place where I can mount my microphone too. This here's a little bit of a challenge, especially if I'm filming vertically. You can't have your microphone plug into the USB-C, like the USB-C, so that's a pain in the butt. But overall, this is well worth the money I spent to get it, and it wasn't all that expensive. I think maybe under $30. I wear this all the time. The other camera mount that I wanted to show you that I use, again, I think I mentioned this here. This is the 360. This comes with a 360 camera, but this is a tripod. There's a base here with the legs, so you can get the bullet shot if you wanted to, where you can like spin it around. But I will put this in the fishing rod holder up top, extend it out. The only thing I might consider getting is there's one that's like, I think it's like 96 inches or 71 inches, something crazy. Just again, I want a higher shot, so I can get the entire boat, as opposed to just maybe looking at the bow and not being able to see not the bow, but the stern, but being able to see the bow from up above. So that would be the only thing that I would maybe look at getting, is a longer selfie stick that I can use to film when doing boat rides primarily. Again, I've gone through a lot of different gears because I'm always trying to find the angle that is the best. This here is a boom arm that I have. This has like a ring collar that you can attach to a rail, and I'll put this up front. Again, this is just gonna allow me to film, again, different angle. I like this because again, I can adjust it so I can turn the camera, and as long as I put a mount, that's gonna allow me to easily take whatever it is I'm using to film on off really easily. This works great. I've had this attached to the back side. I've had this like lean outside the front of the boat. So again, you get that really cool shot as like I'm getting on plane. So I like this a lot. The only thing is you need an Allen key to adjust and remove it. And sometimes that makes it not easy to put on. So I have to have this in mind that I'm gonna use it. Otherwise I don't typically bring it out, but I keep it on the boat now because that's the reason why I bought it. I bought it for the boat. And this is GoPro actually. This is a GoPro product here. But I'm sure they have other aftermarket ones that you can check out. And then last but not least, the last camera mount that I want to talk about is the flex grip, the jaw. This here, I think, is a staple. Gotta have it. I wish the gooseneck was a little bit longer. I've tried some, but they're not all made the same. So just something to keep in mind if you are looking for something that's gonna maybe be a longer gooseneck. This is great to, I clip this. I usually have it at the helm here, at the T-top, sometimes up front, sometimes back of the boat. I can attach this to my fishing rod if I want to, and it works great. I also have, again, another newer camera mount here. This is for my phone. As you can see, it has the cold shoes on it that allows me to connect lights to or a microphone. And this is one of my primary mobile camera mount that I use when I'm recording, besides my MagSafe one. All right, I think that covers all the camera and mounts that I use when I'm fishing or taking the boat out for a ride and I just want to capture some videos or pictures. Hopefully found this helpful, especially if you're just getting started. Again, that's something I struggle with and kind of had to work through. And again, I'm still trying to explore new options just so I can get that next best shot or recording. So if you have any recommendations, definitely drop a comment down below, like what has worked for you. I love again, I'm always here to learn, figure out, what's the best product out there. I'll make sure to put a link in the description so that if you are interested, you definitely can check it out. And I encourage you to look at some of the videos on my channel. A lot of the videos I'm using most of this equipment here, especially boat rides. You can see the footage that I get with the 360 camera, the mount that I have in the T-top. Same thing with the live streams. I'm always wearing the newer neck mount. Like I use that again 100%. So you're not going to see me unless it's a earlier video than that I've shot where I'm wearing a chesty mount. Hopefully, again, you get something out of this here. If you got any questions, drop a comment. As always, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, please like, share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And I can't wait to see you guys back on the water. Thanks for watching.